All right, guys, I'm on location here in Sanctuary with Mrs. Chris Stewart, and she's going to walk us through her property today. We're along Ash Creek, and if you followed the storms the other day, the water came up here very substantially, and she's going to share a little bit about, you know, why she has the need. She had flood insurance, but I'm going to let her tell the story of the insurance and kind of what happened that day. So if you'll please, ma'am, share a little bit about everything that happened, please.
I will. I've carried flood insurance the whole time I've lived here since 2001. And unbeknownst to me, in 2019-20's FEMA renewal, after I paid my premium, they notified the mortgage company and myself that they have coded this property incorrectly all of these years. So my basically $3,900 policy that was carrying $170 on the building and $70 on contents, FEMA moved it down to $37.5 on the building and $17.5 on contents with $5,000 deductibles. They only allow you to change your policy once a year, and my lucky bad timing is that my policy changes on 6/4, and this flood occurred on 5/31. So I'm pretty well upside down. The second issue is FEMA does not care, I shouldn't say care, they do not cover any outside damage. So all along here, by law,
I'm going to jump up there real quick.
and for my insurance, I have to have a fence around this pool.
So all the fence was taken down in the creek. She did have pool service, but you guys can see how high, so I'm going to back up a second. How high from where you are right now do you think the water is? Give me a...
The water came up to my shoulders.
Shoulder right here.
Right here.
Right here. That
right
is...
here. I can...
We'll walk in the house here in a second. You can kind of show us, but you guys can see there's opportunities here, right? So our vision statement is create opportunities for the blessed to be a blessing. You can see how high the water level is in here. And I'm going to let her kind of give us a tour through the house. There's quite a bit of damage inside.
The creek rose through and it covered all of this land, clear into Al Baker's property. So everything you're seeing right now was under 6 to 7 feet of water.
Under 6 to 7 feet of water, if you didn't hear that. Everything from here.
I had a Kia Sorrento in here. It bounced it between these posts. And when I came back after the flood, the mud and the water was above the dashboard in the Kia.
Oh, wow.
So it's been totaled and hauled off. You can see we've started pulling out all of the furniture. Everything you can see is just destroyed with...
Tell me a little bit before we walk in. Who did you tell me is going to help bring a dumpster?
Yes, a great appreciation to Republic Waste. They're our contract service for trash and waste management here in Sanctuary, and they're bringing up and donating a roller off tomorrow so that we can get started tossing all of this out of here.
As I'm interviewing you, Jim Shinsky's calling me. So Jim Shinsky is going to help us lead this project.
You can see everything inside. A little dark in here.
Okay. I'm coming. I panned a little bit. So let me first show, so you guys can see, this is how high the water level was in here. So the whole ground is tile and it's all covered with mud. So let me kind of get in the middle of the room. So talk a little bit before I pan everywhere. Talk a little bit about this balcony. Where were you during this whole flood?
As we were walking up the driveway, I'm sure you saw Jason's truck. I was in the driveway about 4:30, and I said to my neighbor, who's new here, the water's coming up the driveway a little bit. You probably should think that maybe you're going to get a little bit of water in the house tonight. From 4:30 to 5:30, this happened.
Oh my.
I couldn't gather anything other than my 3 chihuahuas. I gathered my cell phone and the keys to my car, which is totaled. And I stood up there and watched everything bounce around. At some point, I called Reno Voluntary Fire Department, and I have to say, they and White Someone are just amazing. They launched a boat over here and got us out.
Amen.
You know, and that's a great risk. If people don't know what our voluntary fire people do, it's quite amazing and literally saved us. But yeah, I was standing up there kind of watching this going, oh my goodness. And at some point, it blew the front door open and just everything, the trees, limbs, debris, all this mud, everything that is going to have to be gutted.
Talk to us about some of the needs you told me about. So obviously you guys, you can see this, right? All the electrical plugs were underwater. So what you had shared with me is ideally ASAP, people can come in here and help muck out these walls so the walls can breathe again. And obviously all the electrical that was underwater needs to be redone.
We have to strip out the sheetrock and the insulation, get all this mud out of here. Then we have to spray it with a bleach solution and a biochemical solution that helps the stink and let it dry out for several days. The adjuster has told me that for them to participate in the small coverage I do have, that I have to get that done immediately.
Okay.
Jim Shinsky has worked with Teen Challenge, and they're bringing up gentlemen tomorrow that are going to help start doing that. There were 3 people here yesterday that helped. I think were part of Jim's crew that he knows very well.
Yep. So if you guys are, if you're restoration companies and you can help do some of this abatement, by all means, please jump in. When I post this, I will definitely put Chris's phone number. I'll put Jim Shinsky's phone number. Sorry, I interrupted you. I know you had talked about obviously some plumbing needs, and we'll get to some of the big plumbing needs here in the back in a second.
The plumbing in the kitchen, I think pretty much is going to be the fact that, and you can see that if you take a picture, the sink is full of mud and debris. So the pipes and the garbage disposal probably have to be replaced. I don't think anything's broken there. Obviously the dishwasher, all the cabinetry has to be ripped out and replaced.
So I noticed too, I was mentioning this front door you said was blown open, but if I pan over here, this back door held butt. So you're going to show me the butt, where the water went, because it was high, you guys. I'm not sure if you can really appreciate how high this water got in here. This is your bedroom, you had said?
Yes, and you can see the water line in
the water
here.
line's in here. I'm going to come in the middle.
And these 2 sets of doors are very warped already with moisture. They're going to have to be replaced, the front and the back.
Okay.
The front one won't close correctly, and the back one is just so full. This is the only room that had carpet in it, and obviously that'll get ripped out of here. This bathroom had been a lovely addition that a previous owner had done, but it'll have to be, this is the other major plumbing area. This bathroom is built up on a floor because the plumbing comes from the other side of this wall. The laundry room has to flow under. So I'm sure that's damaged under. This tile, this floor will have to be ripped out. This cabinet will have to be ripped out.
So guys, we're still, just so you can appreciate this, we're still holding water in the house at this point.
This is the most startling. This must be where the power of the water said, we've got to get out of this house somewhere. It blew out the shower wall from the house.
Blew out the whole back of the wall, you guys.
So you can see it's pretty overwhelming. I am on Social Security. I work part-time as well, but there's no way I can do this myself. I really do need some help if it's possible.
Okay guys, this is an opportunity. I'll post in the feed on how you can help, contact information. Please help this sweet lady. Thank you so much, and God bless.